Matt Powell's inflatable banana seeks help from a con man. A knight joins the soft sit hunt. SciManDan subjects himself to mental torture. Those stories and more today as the plot thickens. Today's show is brought to you by channel members and patrons alike. To contribute to this show, hit that join button or head over to www.patreon.com/theplothole1. That's the number one, not the loneliest number you can ever do. Rack focus. Hey everybody, Johnny O from the Plot Hole here. Let's get into today's stories. With the rise in popularity of soft sit commentary videos, many have jumped into the ring hoping to take down as many of these silly soft sits as possible. Longtime YouTube content creator and mythical knight Ragical has been dealing with soft sits for quite some time.
Call the supervisor. Call the supervisor. Can you call the supervisor, please?
Can you identify yourself so I can tell them?
I'm private.
What's your name?
I'm private.
You're private?
Yes. Can you?
Well, that's a bit of an odd name, isn't it, Mr. Private? Maybe your parents should have kept you private. I'm just wondering what the hell he has in kind of paperwork. What is this? You silly man, you. Is this your car or your office?
A word of advice, Ragical. Don't get too deep into this rabbit hole. You may get caught up with the travelers. Science educator SciManDan has decided to embark on a very dangerous journey. One filled with toxic drinkers, terrible rappers, and the worst monotone voice I have ever heard.
Right, back to today's video and one Eric Dubay. So Eric has released a 1 hour long documentary on Flat Earth, which means it's now my job to debunk every single last little piece of it. I warn you now, I'm going to be very thorough, so this entire debunk will likely be spread over 3 separate videos. Make no mistake, this will likely be my most comprehensive debunking ever. So without further ado, let's get started, shall we?
SciManDan, as someone who's on a similar journey as you might want to reach out to Greater Sapient. He probably has several pointers on how to deal with a mental abuse that you're subjecting yourself from the likes of Dubay. Be sure to keep your support system close. And if you feel the need to go slumming, the plot hole is always available. Bella's still waiting for her response video. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Are you enjoying the show? Of course you are. Then why haven't you clicked that like button? Go on, click it. Have you subscribed? No? Well, what are you waiting for? Be sure to tickle that bell too, that way you get notified every time a new video comes out. While you're here, check out all the membership options, the merch store, PayPal links, all that is in the description box. Can't afford any of that? That's okay. A simple like, share, and subscribe is all the support I need, and it's greatly appreciated. Remember, if you build it, they will come. Before we turn it over to special correspondent SkyDiver Tanner and his report on body image, I want to give a quick shout out to channel supporter 2AHD Cat. Cat is on his journey to 750 subscribers. He's promised a face reveal when he gets there, so after the news, be sure to head over to his channel and check out his awesome Hot Wheels builds. And now, SkyDiver Tanner has a special report. Tanner?
Thanks, Johnny. Reporter SkyDiver Tanner here for As the Plot Thickens. Today we have a serious report that I'd like to go over. You know, it's not one that we like to talk about very much, but it's about guys, you know, and how we have body image issues. Now, we all know that it's very prevalent in women, which is kind of a sad case, and I hope that we can make sure that women feel very comfortable in their own bodies. But men, we have a tendency to cut ourselves down a lot. When men talk with other men, usually it's about rocket size, or so we think. But I would like to dig into this a little bit more, because it is an issue. Let me read out some things for you guys before we move forward. So this first one is on body dysmorphic disorder. And this paragraph says, put another way, men with body dysmorphic disorder often develop something called bigorexia. These men are fully focused on how many muscles they have and how many muscles they see on the bodies around them. They may think of themselves as tiny, weak, or puny, even when they are able to pick up hundreds of pounds of weight. To them, their bodies will always be just a little too small. This one says, in a poll of adolescents cited by the National Eating Disorders Association, researchers found that 33% of males used unhealthy behaviors to control weight. These boys may have used exercise, diet changes, or both in order to drop pounds and make their bodies slimmer. Those behaviors could become yet more intense with time.
You know, reading those statistics, it's kind of hard to hear. You don't realize how much it affects, males. But I decided I want to dig a little bit deeper in this. What do men talk about with other men when talking about men? So I decided to go to their natural habitat, eavesdrop in a little bit, and see what they have to say. Let's have a watch.
Times I've been hit on by guys.
If I was gay,
so
I'd make SkyDiver Tanner straight. That's how. If I was gay, he would go straight. Just because I'd take everybody that would be interested in him would now be interested in me.
If I were gay, I don't think I would be as lucky as pulling somebody like SkyDiver Tanner, who is an absurdly handsome individual.
Debatable.
Even more handsome than Bella Charge, and I think that Bella Charge is quite a handsome man.
No, that's true. No, the even more handsome than him is true.
Well, that's a little embarrassing. But I did notice one thing that was the common topic in there. They seem to be cutting themselves down quite a bit. And I think we need to address this. We need to make sure that we're not cutting ourselves down all the time. The two fine young gentlemen that were in that video, I'd like to address you guys, along with the third person that they brought in, who wasn't even a part of that conversation. First, I'd like to address you, team. You may cut yourself down, and people may tease you a little bit, but you're a pretty good-looking guy, and you're going to find that lady who's going to want to be there by your side. She's going to want to learn from you on how to play Call of Duty and die just as good as you do. The other thing, too, is it kind of hurt my heart a little bit to hear you say that you thought I wouldn't go for a guy like you, or that I'd turn straight if you happen to be gay. Now, this might be a little bit of a touchy subject for you or make you feel kind of uncomfortable. So let me get into something to make you feel more comfortable as I discuss this.
No, team, thought it'd make you feel a little bit more comfortable and talk to you in your native language. I need you to know, when you said that if you were gay, you'd probably turn me straight, well, that done hurt my feelings. I need you to know, buddy, if you ever want to start catching on this team, I'd be right there behind you. Whether it's fast, slow, slider, or knuckle, all you gotta do is whistle. And I'll be there for you, buddy. Big Rocket. I almost forgot. There's one last thing, team. You know what people say about the gap in your teeth. 'Cause boy, you sure got a pretty mouth.
Lastly, I'd like to address PhD Tony and Bella Charge. Now, I don't speak Australian, so let me try to get in a way that'll make you guys feel more comfortable. There we go. Hopefully this makes you guys feel a little bit more comfortable. PhD Tony, I'd like to address you. I know you're single right now, but you're gonna your way into some lady's heart real soon. There was something you said about, if you were gay, that I probably wouldn't go for a guy like you. You're pretty gosh darn sexy, if I were to say so. Who wouldn't love a silver fox, Aussie accented PhD daddy? I think a lot of women would go for you if you were to come here to the U.S. Lastly, Bella Charge, you weren't even involved in the conversation. They brought you into it. That's not very nice of them. I've seen you. You're nowhere near as bad as what they say. Also, who wouldn't love a blue-collar working guy who's good with his hands? You give team lots of head. You give team a big head. With the way you guys game and stuff, he should be more appreciative of you. Keep it up, buddy. So let's bring this to a head. You know, it's not just women that suffer from body image issues. Men do it too. And I think I like to say that I pointed out some examples today of how men will cut themselves down. So here's what I have to say. Men, how about we come together? You know, give one another a hand to help each other rise up, reach that peak, shoot those insecurities out of you. You know, we live with our body our entire life. You might as well learn how to love it. Be comfortable in your skin. It's probably not as bad as you think it is. I want to thank you guys for listening to this special report today, and I'm going to send it back to the sexiest squatch I know. Johnny O, thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Jessy and I am a debunker / commentator from Germany. I love to debunk pseudoscience and comment on various topics that I consider important or interesting. On Sundays, I upload my show called Science Sunday, where I will upload and comment on everything related to science and debunking. And every now and then I will introduce you to German conspiracy theorists. And if you'd like to get a German perspective on various topics, tune in for my Thursday upload where I will be commenting from Reddit to politics and everything in between. Thank you so much, Johnny O, for this opportunity, and I hope to see you all on my next video. Bye!
In today's final story, we follow up with Creaky Blinder and his plight against the likes of Matt Powell. As we all know, Matt Powell released a controversial video about the Columbine shooting. I won't play it as Matt Powell is a tool devoid of anything that is worth listening to. Creaky responded by completely destroying Powell's video. Powell, being the spineless coward that he is, tucked his tail and ran to young Earth creationist, that happens every single time, Kent Hovind, in order to team up and take pot shots at Creaky Blinder.
Well, I commented on his website about an hour ago. He might not have gotten it. Is he in England? Got the accent.
I'm not
sure. He's in Scotland. Okay, so he's 6 hours ahead, so it's middle of the night over there. He probably didn't get it, but I said, you're welcome to come visit Lenox, Alabama. Be on my program, Creepy. I will. You can be my guest. I'll give you the tour, get you converted. These guys are not the enemy. They do work for him. The enemy's the devil. But, okay, let me keep going here.
What I love? Making up stories that suit my own narrative. It's the best thing that ever happened to the earth. And now I have a YouTube channel and the full support of Kent Hovind, the fake doctor. But it's all good because I do it in Jesus' name.
Any comments there?
Just another ad hominem. It's amazing because he got on you and I about ad hominem arguments, and you had only made one. I think I made two. And his video so far is just nothing but ad hominem attacks. And Creaky, right. I got to remind you, ad hominems are not arguments.
Ad hominem is Latin for attack the man rather than the argument. Somebody makes an argument you don't like, so you call them. You say, "Oh, you're stupid. You're ugly. Your shirt's ripped," or something like that. You attack the person to divert attention from the fact that you cannot attack their argument. That's Latin phrase for ad hominem. Okay, go ahead.
In their rebuttal, Hovind and Powell managed to display their complete lack of understanding on several subjects, including science, history, and just general decency. Creaky responded with a live response during his normal Sunday streaming hours. Be sure to check that out, as he invited several members of his live audience on to express their thoughts on the whole situation. Creaky, it's no secret that I enjoy your content. I hope to be a member of the Blinder gang for years to come. And if that puts me in Hovind's crosshairs, then so be it. This is for Kent and Matt, the two con men. No correction needed. Should you have the stones to test out your ideas about young Earth creationism, I've got two who are ready to duke it out in a moderated debate. Be sure to reach out, theplothole1@gmail.com, though I seriously doubt you'll take me up on that. You both rather enjoy the comfort of your own echo chambers and your own channels. We call that cowardice. And that's today's news. Thank you for tuning in. Do me a favor and be sure to like and share this video with all your friends. That being said, I'm Johnny O, and I'll be sure to keep you updated as the plot thickens.